Hello, my name is Marian and you're watching I Fucking Love Technology. Firstly, I want to welcome you back, and secondly, let's see where we are. Up till now, we've learned how to install Ubuntu Server 14 on Windows 8.1 and we'll continue today with the next tasks. Download and install Putty installer, generate ssh-key using PuttyGen or Putty Generator, and auto-login into the virtual machine using Pageant or Putty Agent. Let's start by downloading Putty installer. Open your browser and navigate to the link shown on your screen. Scroll down a bit and click on Putty installer. Save the file, and once the download is finished, run the installer. Click next, 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 install, uncheck view readme file, and click finish. Let's have our virtual machine opened. I'll show you another way to do it. Open Oracle VirtualBox and right click on your Ubuntu Server 14 and select Create Shortcut on Desktop. Let's close Oracle VirtualBox as we no longer need it. Now we can open our virtual machine each time we want directly from the desktop. Let's do that now. And let's minimize it. Now let's open PuttyGen and generate our first SSH key on Windows. Press the start button and type PuttyGen. Select PuttyGen and press enter. Once PuttyGen is open, press the generate button. Then you have to move your mouse in the empty area randomly until your key is generated. After this, append your name or email to the key comment. This step is optional, but I highly recommend it. When you are working in teams, it's easier for a system administrator to manage access based on SSH keys. Protect your SSH key with a password by filling in the key passphrase field. Now we have to save it in different formats. Firstly, we start by pressing the Save Public Key button. Navigate to your convenient SSH folder and save it as myfirstsshkey.pub. Secondly, we'll press the Save Private Key button and save it as myfirstsshkey.ppk. And lastly, since some software require it in OpenSSH format, click on the Conversions menu located at the top of the window and select Export OpenSSH key. Then save it as myfirstsshkey.openssh, and we are done with this part. Let's close PuttyGen for now. There are more ways to auto-login with your SSH key using Putty. The one that I use and recommend it to you is to manage requests for SSH keys with Pageant. Let's do that now. Press the start button and type Pageant. Then press enter to open it. Pageant will start in your sys-try. If you don't see it, click the small triangle icon in sys-try to expand it, then locate and right click Pageant. Select Add Key and navigate to the path where you have saved your SSH key and double click it. Input your passphrase. This step is optional, but I'll teach you a nice trick to make things funnier and a bit more personal. Let's use our development environment as our firstname.com, in my case it will be marian.com. In order to do this, press the start button and type in Notepad. Right click on Notepad and select Run as Administrator. If User Account Control pops up, choose Yes. Then, from the top menu, choose File Open. Then type in the path shown on your screen. And hit Enter key. Then type in 127.0.0.1 space marian.com. And hit enter to push the comments line down. Save the file and close Notepad. Now, when you'll make any request to marian.com, it will point to your machine. Now let's open Putty and configure our connection. Hit the start key and type Putty and press enter. I would recommend to right click Putty icon in the taskbar and select Pin this program to taskbar. In the hostname field, we'll type marion.com, and in the save sessions, we'll do the same. For port, we'll leave 22 as we've configured VirtualBox, but if you use other custom port to connect through SSH, please don't forget to update it. Then click on Window on the left menu and append 222 to the lines of scrollback value. This will come in handy when you're debugging from the command line. Then click on Appearance, and I like to change the font size to 12 pixels. To do that, let's click on Change button, select 12 and click OK. If you're using higher resolution than 1080p, you might want to go for even higher values. Just play around and see which one fits better for you. After this, I'd like to disable the warning when I close the window. If you're like me and have lots of Putty windows opened, and you open and close some of them quite often, then you have to confirm each time, and this can be pretty annoying. Click on Behavior and uncheck the box one before closing window. Then go to Connections Data and type in your virtual machine username. I'll fill in Marion. This step is important. Don't click open yet, or you'll have to repeat all those steps again and again until you'll remember to click Session at the top of the left menu. Then click Save button located in the middle right side of the window. To open the connection, just double click it. Once you've opened Putty, you'll notice that the username is already sent, and all we need to do is type in the password. After we successfully logged in, let's create an SSH directory, an authorized keys file, and edit the last one. To do so, type in the line shown on your screen. Press enter. Now you're in Vim editor. We need to add our SSH key to the content of this file. Firstly, let's grab our public SSH key. The simplest way to do that is to open PuttyGen again. Hit the start key and type in PuttyGen. Hit enter and click the load button. Double click the SSH key and type in your passphrase. Right click in the text area that contains the public SSH key and select All. Then press Ctrl C to copy the contents to clipboard. We can close now PuttyGen. To add the public SSH key string into the file with Vim editor, press I to enter insert mode. Then right click inside the window to paste the data from clipboard. To exit insert mode, press escape key. Then type :WQ and hit enter. This will write the file and quit Vim. Let's set now the right folder and file permissions. Type in the command line. Now we are done. Let's confirm that by opening again a connection to the virtual machine with Putty. Right click Putty on the taskbar, and if you have marion.com present in the jump list, select it. Now we've just auto-login into the virtual machine. As best practice, an optional step is to add marion.com to the virtual machine hosts as we did earlier to the Windows host file. In order to do that, type in the following command line. If you're asked for a password, type it in and hit enter. Once you're in Vim editor, press I to enter insert mode and type in the next line. And hit enter. Exit insert mode by pressing the escape key, then type :WQ to save the changes and quit Vim. This will come in handy when requests will be made from the virtual machine to our fake domain name. If you're using your VirtualBox on a daily basis like I do, you'll have to open your virtual machine each time you start your computer, and in case you have to further set up the server or do some command line, open Pageant and load your SSH key. You could also add the shortcut to your VirtualBox and Pageant to your startup, but this is entirely up to you. Stay tuned, as in the next video we'll finish our basic Ubuntu server web development setup on Windows 8.1. Before you go, check the description below as are updated to reflect the current progress, or check the previous tutorials on the right side if you haven't already. Do not forget to subscribe by pressing the big red button. Also, like the video if you liked it, dislike if you disliked it. I love comments, so leave them below and spread the word by using those sharing buttons. Thank you and see you next time.